and we are going live today on, okay, hold on for just a moment. We're going live to work on the Healthcare Hero Heart Quilt. So we are making this on and streaming live right now on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I'm so excited to have you guys make this. I went ahead and announced it yesterday. There is a free pattern available on the website at Stitches Quilting. It's the World of Hearts Sew Along. Hello, how is everybody doing? Hi, Ashley. Hi, you guys. It's so good to see you. So this is a Healthcare Hero quilt top. It comes in size 24 inch or size 60 inches. So there is a free pattern on my site where you can get it. Here's a version of it without the heart plus sign in there for the Healthcare Heroes. And you can see we went ahead and we put on a little label on the back of that just with Sharpie marker and some heat. We set that in place. And I did a little holder on the back of this quilt so that we could hang it up. This one's for my door, or I hang this in my window or wherever I want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. But this is the quilt that we're going to work on right now. The pattern is available at Stitches Quilting. It's a free download. Just go and download it. Oop, it's upside down. And it has like little things like this. It has got tons of other tips on how to quilt it, on how to do your quilt label, and lots of other different things on there. So please go and download it. It's just there for you guys for fun and for free so that we can celebrate all of the healthcare heroes out there. We can hang this in our windows or on our doors to celebrate those that are sacrificing so much. We can also go ahead and give this as a gift to somebody that means a lot to you, that is kind of working the first lines and doing those kinds of things. So anyways, it's so fun to see you guys, and let's go ahead and get started with this. I think I'm gonna go and hang it up real fast. Let me grab 2 pins so you guys can see it the whole time I'm quilting. This is the actual quilt size of the quilt if you made it 59 inches by 59 inches. But the quilt here, the one that we're working on today, is just 4.5 inch squares. So let's go ahead and get started. I will show you what I've got, and let me go ahead and bring up the Facebook and the YouTube comments so I can see those. And maybe I bring this over here a little bit better. Yes, okay, I can see people's comments. And let me move this over. Hi, Donna. Hi, Mikey and Amanda and Alma and everybody. It's so good to see you. So you just need some squares, and we all have fabrics laying around our house, so you don't need to go out and necessarily buy anything or go out at all, possibly. But right here, you need, for this Healthcare Hero quilt, heart quilt behind me, you need 15 red or colored squares. So I have got a whole variety of different batiks that I'm using right here that are by Allison Glass. Okay, for the white squares, I have just used a variety of different prints right here, and you need 11 of these white squares. These are finished at 4.5 inches. So pretty easy, right? And then for your half square triangles, you just need 10 of these. So you've got 10 of these little half square triangles finished at 4.5 inches. So, but the pattern explains all that for you, and it shows you the layout of everything. So let's go ahead and switch the camera view so that you're looking at my tabletop, and for Instagram, you've kind of got a shot of it right here. So I have a spinning rotary cutter. I have this for sale at Stitches Quilting, and I really enjoy actually using these because I find it, I just really like to work with my fabric squares when they are all squared up. And then when you don't have to think as hard as you're constructing the quilt, because the quilt will just come together and just be finished. And so, and be beautifully just assembled and all of those kinds of things. So let me just see if there is just a couple that I need to square up right here. Let's see here. I have to show you guys something pretty funny. This shirt right here is one that I was using Clorox bleach cleaning kitchen counters with it, but the Clorox, well, it's like the spray bottle. And I've used that in the past, but it seems more potent, but maybe I just was lucky. You know what I mean? So let me see if I've got all of my little squares. I'm not paying attention. But I couldn't believe that I bleached out one of my favorite sweaters. I don't know why I like this sweater, but it's just comfortable. But have you guys had any little cleaning faux pas or anything happen to you while you've been, and I'm going to go ahead and stack these. So let's go ahead and do like a nifty little trick to make this go a little faster, because I know these squares I just stacked them with that seam allowance right there. And we're going to go ahead and trim that. But anyway, I can make trimming my half square triangles easier. I'm all game for that. So let's try 3 of them all together. I'm making sure that the seams are lining up on the diagonal right there, and then this one. So let's go ahead and stack this. And this ruler is a 4.5-inch ruler. It's called Cute Cuts, and it's a trim it ruler. I do have these for sale at Stitches Quilting too. So this is something that you can pick up. In fact, I'm so proud of myself. I got all of the orders ready to be shipped, and all the postage on them. They just need to be taken to the post office today, and then so all orders are like ready to go. And it's gonna be noon here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Where are you guys from? Tell me where you guys are from. It's so good to see you guys. But it's gonna be noon, well, after this live video. Okay, you guys, look at that. So I just did 3 at a time with that little circle ruler, and with that grip on there, that worked out perfect. So let me go ahead and set this aside, and because I will not need this, I'm going to set this over here because I will need my iron. And let me make sure that that is prepped and going. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay this out. I won't need the rotary cutter. So this is all ready. So I'm going to go ahead and do a layout for you of that first row. So you can see right here, we've got, and I try to just randomly place all the fabrics. I try not to think too much about it. Okay, I'm going to just kind of pull from the top of what I've got right here and just go for it, right? Because if we think too much about it, then, you know, it just gets to be too much. And then we're not going as fast or as speedy as we possibly could be doing. I don't know, but now I'm here, I'm second guessing myself. So that top row, we've got 4 half square triangles and 2 solids, or two solid squares right there. Let me go ahead and move that over. Let me move my, maybe my cutting mat a little bit more, and my camera a little bit more so you guys can see that a little bit better. Let's move this over. Okay, hold on. I apologize. So let's go with just a row. This row right here, we need 3 solids. Let's go ahead and plop these down. So, and once again, I'm going to try not to think about it too much. I'm going to just alternate these guys. And look, here I am, like fiddling with this. Okay, I need a white solid right here. So let's throw a white solid there. I'm going to make mine a little bit different, make sure it's slightly different from the other one. And we need 2 more. I'm going to pull these. Boy, this is funny. I'm not taking my own advice. Okay, there's 2 fabrics right there. These boutiques are a little bit thinner, and but they sure are nice. Let's go ahead and throw one of these. Okay, there we go. So that's the first 2 rows. I'm going to do my 3rd row, and then we're going to sew this together. Okay, so once again, the 3rd row, you can see the picture right there. It has 2 solids over here. So I'm going to throw in a black just for fun. Let's pull that out and pull this down. Okay, let's see questions. You love the spinning thingle. That is too fun. Yes, I do love that cutting thing. Deanna, do I make the half white triangle larger to cut down to the small? Okay, in the pattern, that's a great question. The pattern instructions that I gave you in the pattern, what it does is it goes ahead and it lets you know you can just cut your fabrics as 4.5 like this. Let me go ahead and do an example of that. I'm sorry, I should have done that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take these two fabrics right here. Let's grab maybe this one right here. And thank you for that question, because I got all of my half square triangles stitched that I didn't actually, and this should work. Here's a ruler, and I'm going to measure right here, okay? Now, I can sew right on this line at this 4.5 inch square. Does that make sense? And that will give me, then when I open this up, let's go ahead and stitch this. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. And thank you for that question, you guys. So let's go ahead and just stitch this down. And I am working with original 4.5 inch squares right here. Okay, these are 2 4.5 inch squares laid on top of each other. I did a pencil mark down. Now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut this at, yeah, that's so funny. I got all of my triangles done so the video would go faster for you guys. These are excess, so we won't be needing those, right? We can use them in another project. Then when I open this up and press it, we are going to have a 4.5 inch square right here. Now, if you want to, let me go ahead and grab another one of these. I'll put that in my 4.5 inch square. If you want to, oops, I stepped on my puppy, you guys. I'm so sad. If you want to, you can also work with a 5 inch square. Okay, so here's a 5 inch square. Lady, I'm so sorry I stepped on you. Yeah, you're just so sweet and cute down there. Okay, so I have a 5 inch square right there. Boy, those all really have the selvage on there. Let's see if this is, okay, and right here I have another one that I'm going to cut to be 5 inches right here. So let me show you this trick. So there's so many different ways to actually cut to make half square triangles. Okay, there are so many different ways. So, but on this one, which this is not in there, but if you start this way, I'm going to, these are 2 5 inch squares. Our goal is to get down to the 4.5 inch square. This time, I'm not going to stitch directly on the line. I'm going to do a 1/4 inch seam from the side. So in quilting, we usually always typically sew with 1/4 inch seams. And I'm going to go ahead and just come down here. And you want your seams to be accurate and consistent. So another thing that you can do is just take some washi tape or painter's tape and just lay it on your sewing machine so that you can have that accurate 1/4 inch seam mark. So you can see I stitched on one side of that pencil line. I should have done a pen. Let me do a darker pen so you can see that line a little bit better. So let me do it one more time. I'm stitching on the other side of that. I should have put in colored thread too. Okay, here we go. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys if you're not new to quilting or whatever. So there's 2 different ways you could do these half square triangles. I have the instructions in the pattern. Just go a little bit darker because this is not going to matter. Just using a regular pen. Okay, so you can see the line right there. And then you see I did a stitching line of a 1/4 inch on each side of that pencil line. Let's see if you can see that. Yes. Okay, let's show that to Instagram. Look, there's my bleach mark. I don't want to throw away the sweater. Guess maybe I could make it short sleeved and get creative. Maybe cut off the sweater about right there. I don't know. Give me some ideas there, you guys. Okay, now we're going to cut this where our pencil mark was, or the pen, whatever, right? And now you can see when I press these open, I'll now have 2 4.5 inch squares. So this way does make more sense. I just kind of wrote the pattern so it's beginner friendly. When I'm pressing, I often leave my lighter fabric down and then pull this over so that then the seam is going to the darker side of the fabric. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again. Boy, those are some really pretty squares. But now I need to square off my squares. Where's my little ruler? Where did I set it? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember where I put my little 4.5-inch ruler? I'm always like misplacing this, but these now need to be squared down and to be squared down to the right size. But you know, really, I kind of want to use this. This is a really pretty color in there. Crud. Okay, I gotta find my little ruler. Anyways, but here's just a little pack of some little solids. So really, any fabrics that you have that you can use, I mean, they're just awesome to throw in there. Okay, so let's go back to our little quilt here. So I'm going to put one right here. Here's our layout that we're doing. And I'm going to get sewing to some of these squares really quickly. Let's go ahead and lay this down. And I would just use, you guys, if the color hues, you can see even on the back, some of the shades of my colors, they really changed from, you know, shade to shade. All right, let's go ahead and sew some of this together. Okay, let's sew some of these rows together. How about this one right here? So it's my 3rd row down. Or how about if I sew the top row really fast? Okay, and then I'm gonna come on live and show you guys how to domestic machine quilt this. What ideas do you guys have for domestic machine quilting? You can also go, if you're on Facebook, go into the Everyone Can Quilt group, and I will help you if you have any questions about this whatsoever. So I'm gonna sew those 2 together. I'm gonna sew my next 2 together of my 2nd row so I can string feed this along. And I'm gonna sew my 3rd row, these 2 together. All right. And then that way, and I actually might pick up my next one real fast. Okay, let me go. These batiks are a little bit lighter, so they just don't move as quick with my fingers against the other thicker quilting cottons. Anyways, but they sure look good. All right, here we go. So what have you guys been stitching on, and what are you actually doing? What size were the half square triangles before sewing? Okay, that I think is a great question. So I'm gonna lay these down, and I'm just string feeding these together so then I can have them down. And we're gonna just sew 2 of these rows together. And then I'm gonna let you guys go and cut your blocks, go download the pattern. The link is in my profile on Instagram. Let's see here. And let's do that. Let's pull these off, and I'm gonna lay them out. So I'm gonna use my little scissors right here and lay these back where they were. There we go, there's that one. And then we have this one right here. Oh my gosh. Now I'm feeling like, oh, that was over here. Hang on. Like I'm not remembering where things went. Okay, let's do this next one. This one went right here. Yes. And let's do this one. This one went right here. Okay, open the fabrics. I do have to press these. Okay, let's put that there. And then this one went right here. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to go ahead and sew these 2 together right now, and I'm just going to be consistent with a 1/4 inch seam. How do you match your points, everybody? How do you guys match your points? Please let me know what your point matching tips are, because we've got some new quilters. There's been lots of people that have pulled out their sewing machines to sew masks, and as they have done that, they're like curious to start quilting. So I think that is absolutely wonderful. And so we've got new quilters and people with more time right now that would like to learn how to quilt. So let's give them the tips of how to match seams. How do you match seams? I think pinning is a great tip, isn't it? To actually pin and to match the seams before you sew. Let's see what comments we have. What other ways do you guys match seams? Hello, Laura. How are you? It's good to see you. If you guys need anything, I am shipping every single day at Stitches Quilting. So if there are things that you need, let me know so that I can ship them out to you. Let me go ahead and open up this one. Here we go. Oh, kind of making a mess. This one was right here. Here we go. And these are all together right up here. I'm going to sew this next one over, and we're going to just sew those 2 rows. Okay, so let's go ahead, and this will be the top row is done stitched, being sewn together at the 1/4 inch seam. So if you're consistent with your 1/4 inch seam, just do whatever you can to get that so that your seam just goes smooth. And you definitely want to be consistent with your 1/4 inch seam. And be consistent in your cutting. So you want to use a rotary cutter and a ruler. This is one of my favorite rulers. I like my long one, but I love this 4x14 inch ruler because it's not so heavy and I can find it easily. So, which works out great for me. I'm going to go ahead and lift this off. So I have the whole 2nd row sewn. Let's go ahead and lift that up. And let's stitch this together right here. Okay, so having consistency with your cutting and your precision with your cutting. Have a good rotary mat and just take care. I do, maybe 4.5 inch strips and then cut them down again. All right, where'd my little scissors go? I've got too many beautiful fabrics. I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these. Okay, so here is the top row of the quilt right here. And then this is the 2nd row. Okay, can you see that? Another important thing to quilting. So we have the 1st and the 2nd row right here all stitched. Another important thing is your pressing. So you want to press. So let's go ahead and bring this over and press this. I have this small cutting mat. I actually have a larger one right there. I have to make sure, sometimes my little dogs, they want to lay on, if I drop the cutting mat on a floor, these pressing pads, then they want to lay on it. So I have to make sure they never go on the floor. Okay, so you want to press before you start sewing more of your stuff together. So press it and look at how beautiful that looks. Doesn't it look crisp? When I first started quilting, I wasn't into pressing. And then one time I told myself, you know what? I am going to press every single seam on a quilt as I sewed it together. And I can't tell you, this is when I was really young. I was sewing a quilt actually for my first son. He's, how old is he now? Gosh, 1993, you guys, this is bad. Okay, so anyways, how old is he? Darn it. Can anyone do the math? Yes, I'm so glad that I'm live today too, Jenny. It's so good to be with you guys. I just love you guys so much. What size were the half square triangles before sewing? I think I answered that. So you could do 4.5. Okay, let's match these up. All right, I'm going to put them right sides together, right like that. And now we are going to pin. Okay, we're going to match up our points right here. And we're going to pin it. We're going to nest our seams. So that's going to be one of the techniques that we're going to use to make these points match. If something doesn't match like super perfectly, it's okay because it's a quilt. It's meant to be organic, okay? But once again, I'm matching up that point. I'm reversing which way my seams are, which is called nesting your seams, all right? But this is a fast sew, and especially a fun sew if you've been sewing masks for a long time and just want to sew something just fun and bright and playful. I think this is a great sew. It's something that there is a challenge out there with a hashtag called a World of Hearts 2020, where people have been decorating their homes with hearts in the windows. And when people drive by, or children, they can see the hearts. And I have to tell you, I've got some kids in my neighborhood that love to drive by my house because there's hearts on the windows, then there's a heart quilt on the front of the door, and then I have these little spinning pinwheels. Okay, I've got this all ready, you guys. I have these little spinning pinwheels. I found them at the dollar store. I ran to the dollar store to get something for somebody, and they had a ton of them, so I bought maybe 10 of them. I'll have to show you guys. And I just put it in my grass, around my bushes. And sometimes when I'm cutting fabric for orders, I'll see a little child come up really close to the house to spin them. It's so cute. It's so cute, but there's at least 10 of them out there. And my little granddaughter, Ellie, she just loves them too. So I think whatever we can do to make our house a cheerful place will be, oh, thank you, Denise. He'll be 27 in June. Poor Nick. Hey, when you're doing live videos, your brain doesn't work as good as maybe you would want. You're thinking about a lot of different things. It's pretty funny. Okay, I got to do a little bit of a stretch here. I can see I've got a little bit of a bubble right there, so I'm gonna pull my fabric just slightly and feed that through and just give it a little bit of a tug, because remember, cotton fabric is organic and it does stretch. So now that's matching up. We'll see. Let's go ahead and look when we get all done. And once again, I'm going to pull that just a tiny little bit. And then I'm going to press this and then show you guys. And then I will leave you, but I'm going to finish my quilt top, I think. You guys, can you think of more things? And then we'll actually quilt the quilt top, all right? One thing that you can do is set your seams after you've pressed. Just press on top of the seams. It really makes it become one with the fabric. And let's go ahead and open this up. And I think we did a pretty good job of matching those seams. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love this fabric. I just love the colors. I've done, that like pure red. And then if you want to join the Everyone Can Quilt Facebook group, and you will see so many different heart quilts in there, you guys. On Instagram, let's start using the hashtag a World of Hearts Quilt Along, and or a World of Hearts 2020 is another hashtag, or a World of Hearts 2020 Quilt Along. So, and then let's load it up with lots of different things. I haven't been as good about promoting it on Instagram, but let's get it going. So, or Heart Quilt or whatever, Healthcare Heroes. So you can see we're working on that quilt right behind me. Let's go change the Facebook and the YouTube video to the front camera. So here I have 2 rows. That went so quickly. I don't even know how long. Oh, I haven't been on too long. And you can see that's the 2 rows, the first 2 rows. Do you see how quick that goes? It goes so fast and it feels so good to do a quick sew. I don't know about you guys, but it just feels so good to do a quick sew. And it's really easy, but you guys grab this pattern. It's a free pattern at stitchesquilting.com. In here you can make it 24 inches by 24 inches, or you could make it 59, almost 60 inches big. There's instructions and illustrations on how to do your half square triangles in there. There's instructions on the layout. You have this picture in there. There's tips about quilting your project. There's tips on, making your quilt label. And I shared pictures from around the world, like Liz Boyce. She's got 2 windows where she has her heart quilts hung up. I've shared photos of people that put scriptures in this white area of be still, all is well. Wait, you guys, you have to help me with my brain. I have like live video brain. But Proverbs 46:10. Anyways, so many things, and I am digitizing this right here for you. So if you go and download the quilt pattern from my website, I'll have your email, and then I can send you these. I have scanned these in, and these have some different scriptures and things on there. I've scanned these in. I just need to clean it up a little bit more so it just looks cleaner for you guys. And maybe I should work on that today. I have to edit a video. I did a video of this of kind of fast paced. So I want to edit that video today. Got orders shipped. And maybe I'll clean up these so that then that will be printable. I'll just email it to you when you download the pattern. So you guys, it's so fun to see you. And I'm going to pop off and not take up any more of your time. But I love you so much. And let's just share lots of love out there in the world. And especially for our healthcare heroes, first responders, people working in the grocery store. truck drivers, just everybody that's out there, and all of you guys that are at home and being smart with the different ways that you're going out in the world and all of those kind of things. And if you need anything that's stitching or quilting related, go to the website. I'm shipping every day and getting orders out, and it just feels great to send lots of happy mail for in your mailboxes. So let me know if you guys need anything, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll go back and answer all the comments below, and we will see you guys a little bit later. Love you guys so much. Happy Mother's Day, and I'm going to have a sale price, a coupon code for Mother's Day for 20% off. So actually, let me go ahead and figure out the coupon code right now. What should we do as the coupon code? Let's do a coupon code of, how about Mothers 20 at Stitches Quilting. I'll input it right now, and that'll give you 20% off your shopping cart as a gift for all of you guys. If you guys need something. Yeah, if you don't need anything, don't buy stuff, okay? We've got lots of stuff in our houses, right? But if you need something, let me know and I'll ship it to you. So Mothers 20, and we're getting ready to do another sew along of the Live Well, Live Strong quilt. So, you guys, I've never put this on sale before, but it comes in many different colorways. You don't have to buy fabric. Use up your scraps if you want to. But the Live Well, Live Strong pattern is the is $29 for just the PDF, $34 if you want the print. But it's a sew along about health and wellness for women. There's 26 quilt blocks, so it's a sampler quilt. It's sitting right over there. I could show you. Hold on. But if you want to, real fast. But if you want to, go ahead and buy that with your coupon, because we're going to get, I've never put it on sale before, so happy Mother's Day. But this is what the quilt looks like. This is the block about strength, and there's a different ask. This is a block about being genuine. This is about being content in life. This is about finding your power sources, and I have worksheets for you guys on each of the quilt blocks. The worksheets come for free, but you'll just get the pattern, and then I'll send you emails where you can download all of the worksheets and stuff. Let's see here. This is a worksheet about choices and about how it's a ripple effect in our lives and in the lives of others, and how we want to be mindful of the choices that we're making. But it's a great pattern. It doesn't come with a 3-ring binder. I organize mine as a 3-ring binder with page protectors. So anyways, that's the first time I've ever done that. Mothers 20, right? That's what I said. I'll go put in the coupon code right now. So if you want to pick up your Live Well, Live Strong quilt, it's going to be so long. And this year we're doing a teeny tiny version where it will be teeny tiny blocks, and we're going to do a wall hanging, or you could make the large quilt. And it comes in different layouts and formats and all of that, colors, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, you guys, happy Mother's Day and happy everything. And let's support the healthcare heroes out there. And it's just so nice to be able to just send love out there and send it out from our homes out to the world. So, and it always starts with us. This would be a great gift to share with a healthcare hero that you know, or just, you know, I've seen people mailing things to New York and they get them to those people. So anyways, love you guys tons. We will talk to you a little bit later. Happy Mother's Day. Mothers 20.